What's up, YouTube? We got Money Maniacs, and I'm waiting on my YouTube side because I haven't got that muted yet.
I'll pop out the chat and just get rid of it.
There it goes.
That's what I do. How's it going, everybody?
Yep. It's been a cold, wet day here. There's Cajun.
Everybody's cold except for where I'm at, so it's just a thing.
Yeah, we know you're number one.
What's up?
I just showed you that.
What?
Oh, how Money's number one.
Oh, Missy's number one.
No,
But you know why? She was the first one to hit the like.
Hey,
no, I got the finger. Because
yeah,
of my,
I showed you.
Missy hit it. There was 0 likes. Missy hit it, and I seen 1. Then I hit it.
Yeah, but like I said, I was showing him he's number one.
Yeah.
Likes, Missy hit it, and I seen 1.
Uh-oh.
Then I hit it. Okay.
I got some feedback.
No.
I was number one.
Look. Look.
It's a tablet.
Yep. All right. Hey,
But I killed it. Now get your headphones.
I will.
Oh.
Hey, Johnny.
God, I'm hurting.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, Johnny. I mean, hey, Mater. Hey, Money.
Oh, hey, there's Briggs.
Oh, shit.
My
Money,
YouTube
something
froze
let me go over here and look.
I have to kill it because of the sound. That's why I said grab your headphones real quick.
Oh.
Let me see if I can find it again. There it is.
What?
Oh, something I wound up finding on
Hi, Missy.
Facebook Marketplace.
Oh.
35 1-ounce American Silver Eagles.
Well, I didn't know we were live. I was hollering at Johnny.
Yep.
35 1-ounce silver eagles.
Yep.
Well, that's almost 2 tubes. That's 1 3/4 tubes. Really depends on where you're at because a lot of people the premiums are coming down on those, and just like the premiums coming down on constitutional now, the premiums are starting to come down on silver. So people are still going to have premium seller prices for those that don't know, but the buyer beware because you're. I definitely will, Missy. I sure will. You know, $28, $30 eagles are not unheard of. That's common now. Where 2 weeks ago we were talking $35, $36 eagles. You know, it's come down $6, $7.
Right. See, there's the listing for it. That bad.
Oh, man.
So this looks like it is the 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 95, 2000, 05, 10, 15. So it looks like it's 83 to 2020.
Yeah, you see how
that's
much
not bad for 1800 framed, but let's do some math here.
Right.
I know people math is hard. I know it's okay. Everybody.
How much they want?
1800.
Oh, shit.
Honestly, the frame does not do it because any person like me would yank and bank them out of there. We would not keep them. That right there is just for a collector to put in their house. You sell that to a dealer, I guarantee you that frame is in the trash by tonight. I'm not even joking. Okay, so 1800, we're just going to divide that by 35. They want, where's my screen? So they want $51.42 an ounce.
Yeah, I was going to say $50 an ounce.
They're out there numbskull. Nope. Not even in a high premium when JM Bullion had these for $40 is this even the realm of correct. So where they should be, and there's right here,
Miss Money.
Hey, Miss Money.
Missy, tell Miss Money I say hello.
Hello.
So let's do 1500 divided by 35. Now that's 42. That's still too high. So let's do 1200 divided by 35. That's $34. So at
That's still high.
1200, they're still high. But because of the frame and everything, I could see 1200. I could see 35 a piece because of the frame, and if it is each year, because you do have the 94 the semi key, you do have the 96 with the key date, the 2001 is the semi key, the 2007 is the semi key, and your 2012. Well, they just made too many of those. We don't talk about that year, but anyway, so putting that into effect, that should be. Yeah, I mean, me to buy it, I would have to be. Let me see.
Give them what, about 1,000?
Divided by go back divided by 35. Yeah, because at $1,000, I'm at $28.57 an ounce, and I'm making, and then I would have to sell them at $30 a piece to make $1.50. So that that is the I don't want to sell it price. So yeah, because they're right there, $1,000 divided by 35.
Hey, Dill Pickle, appreciate you being here.
28.57. So yeah, I mean, to a collector now, if I had this and if I bought it for 1,000, it wouldn't even be worth it to me, because without ripping anybody off, the most I could go would be 1,100, and I'm not going to spend $1,000 to make $100.
Right.
Because I could do that in gold quicker than I can do that in eagles.
But I would keep it and hang it up. And
like I said, I wound up seeing that earlier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When it popped up, because I was looking for something else, I saw that on Marketplace. I'm going, 1,800. That's way too expensive.
Yeah. Now, our can we zoom in on pictures? Can we confirm that those are all different dates, or is it just a bunch of 2007s, 35 of them, or 2012s, or what have you? Can we confirm? Because if it is one of each year, then that could be, that is a set. Now, the dance code books with the sets of eagles do go for about $1,800 to $2,000. I think that's where they're getting I think that's where they're getting the price from.
Well, that right there is about as close as I can get on it.
And you read the writing in the description?
I did, and it doesn't say anything about same dates or different dates.
Nope, it doesn't.
What the?
So let me.
Oh, hell!
They only give 2 pictures. We got front and back, and that's about our. Now it looks like that same picture, but just a closer up version of it. So yeah, to me, I mean, what gets me, they say popularity of the coin derives from its high purity rating, and they say instant liquidity. No, you ain't gonna. No,
they ain't gonna liquidate that. If you buy it for 1,800 and you go anywhere and sell it, coin shop, whatever, you're gonna lose over half.
Yeah. What's up,
buddy? Hey, barbecue. Hey, Renegade, Anthony,
right.
Pickle.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. It's like that is too. That's way too much. Even though I'm not an expert, I'm going, no, that's way too much money. Hey, Mark. Hey, Mark, you want to come up? Better act quick.
Hey, Mark. Grab it.
Grab it.
Grab it before somebody else does.
You got about 10. He's not home. All right.
Oh, it's Sandy. Well, drop in, Sandy.
Well, I've already got it pulled, so. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I knew that, money, you'd be the one going, nope, hell no.
No.
Uh-oh, Briggs is playing plumber. Hope he ain't showing you crack.
Showing your butt crack, plumber crack.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep. But yeah, of course, last night I was playing around with that jointer and the table saw last night, just messing around with a couple of scrap pieces of wood, just messing with it. It was like once I get it everything, figured out, it's gonna come out good. It's gonna give me some nice looking pieces of lumber to use.
hey, I know they got a cabinet shop supply house or three of them in the Dallas. They might have five or six in the Dallas Fort Worth area.
Oh yeah.
And you take your truck and go over there and pick up the pallets that the that plywood comes on. They 4x8 pallets, and all of that comes from South America and India and all that.
Oh yeah.
And those pallets are all exotic woods. All exotic woods. All you do, tear them apart. Don't worry about the nail holes. I never did. And I used to make furniture like coffee tables, kitchen caddies, uh, end tables, and all that with
I got
that.
a place like that over in Waxahachie, a lot closer. I can go
Well,
to.
if they'll give you all you need, but sometimes they only get one a month, two a month.
Yeah, well, like I
Well, it
said,
depends on how busy they are.
right. That's true. But like I said, I'd prefer to stay local. I mean, I'd probably find a place down in Corsicana. I'd rather go to Corsicana or over to
A lot of small
Waxahachie.
towns don't have a cabinet supply house that sells exotic plywood.
I didn't even go over to Waco.
Okay.
Maybe a
Damn,
lot.
that's far, ain't it?
Going to Waco is about as far away as going to Dallas, and
Oh, is it?
I don't have as nearly as much
Traffic.
traffic I have to deal with and idiots down there.
Uh, well, call them ahead of time and ask them. Say, hey, what do y'all do with y'all pallets that y'all plywood comes in on? And if they say throw it away, say, can you hold them for me? And I guarantee you I'll pick them up once a week or once every 2 weeks. Because they'll say, well, sometimes we don't have one a week, or any. So
Like I
just
said,
say, well, every 2 weeks. I guarantee you I'll go get them. And you bring them home. Just if you ain't got time, hell, just lean them outside. Yeah, outside on the wall outside of your garage, shop, where nobody can see it.
right. Well, I mean, I can always, also check with a lot of the glass shops around. But
Well,
like I
the
said,
glass don't come from overseas. That's the bad thing.
yeah, but when they get them in, all that thin glass, like the eighth inch and sometimes 3/16, that's coming in crates.
Yeah. But you want the exotic wood though. That's what I'm getting at. The
For
exotic
what?
wood
For what?
for making furniture.
I'm not looking at making furniture.
Now, I'm not talking about chairs. I'm talking about like
I
end
know.
tables,
I know.
coffee tables.
I know. I'm still not looking at doing that.
Oh,
I'm
what you gonna
looking
be
at
making in your wood shop then?
first project is finally going to get a chance to make that vanity for the bathroom.
Oh, you can make that with that pallet wood, and that's gonna come out beautiful.
Yeah, well, like I said, I've got wood here at the house that I just needed, to have that jointer and that table saw operational so I can get it all, make sure the wood's all straight, not crooked and bowed and everything else. That's the reason I got them.
Well, when I had my big cabinet shop in Lafayette, well, in Broussard actually, I was getting them pallets from the cabinet supply house. Man, I made some beautiful stuff with that and made good money selling that furniture.
Oh, yeah.
They
I
had a
mean,
big DeWalt, uh, what they call that? Authorized service centers for DeWalt tools,
right.
electric tools or whatever. They had battery operated tools back then. There was the authorized service center for it, and that was a huge place. And what's around Lafayette? All field welders.
Oh, yeah.
They had pallets and pallets and pallets of display of DeWalt grinders, the little 4.5-inch grinders.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they had hundreds of them. They kept in stock because that's how many they would sell.
Right. Now you talking about the wall and everything. I saw a little video earlier today, and you just reminded me. It showed someone who took like a piece of sausage, had it on a stick, and had it inside of a drill, and had that sitting in front of a DeWalt heat gun,
And
sitting there,
turning it.
have to sit there turning in front of that heat gun, cooking it.
Rotisserie sausage. Damn.
So
Hey, cool idea.
it's like, damn, that's one way of heating up your meat.
Yeah.
What's up, Rail?
Oh, but anyway, that DeWalt place, it was huge. And I got to be friends with the manager because I would order because I had a DeWalt planer.
Right.
And he had a hood over there. I mean, a shroud for the vacuum to put on the face of it where
Right.
the chips would come out. He had that faceplate over it where I could hook my hose up. He gave me that. And he said, I said, how much I owe you? He said, don't worry about it now. I'm going to put it on a ticket for you. He says, I want you to bring some of your stuff over here that you built and put it on display. I said, not a problem. And I did, and I was selling. It was going like crazy. I had my business cards on the top of it, and I would say display model only, not for sale. And that made people like, well, hell, I'm going to order me one like that, because he said he could have sold it 100 times.
Now, well, I know one thing I do want to make is I've got all those pieces of that cedar, those cedar fence pieces.
Oh, yeah.
Right. What I want to do is
That's
get
some
them.
soft wood.
It is some soft wood, but here's what I want to do. Since I got this table saw now, it's much better than the POS I had before.
Yeah.
What I want to do is start making better built birdhouses out of it.
I used to do that with that dog-eared fence, cedar fence. I sure did.
Yep.
And then you know what I found out? That the birds didn't like it that much. It's got to air out for a while.
Huh.
That or they was just picky about a new nest, or making a nest.
I mean, I've got pine wood here. I can, do it all out of still.
No. I don't know if it was the cedar wood, the smell, or it just wasn't that time of the year for a nest, But usually birds are busy building nests all the time. I got to go lean on the dock.
All right, don't fall in.
No, try not to.
But
you better not fall in, gator bite him.
he better not be using the wrong pole.
Yeah, wrong gator.
Yeah. But, well, Anthony, I could, but the only problem is these are very, very soft. It's not like the regular cedar that you would see made out of furniture. Hey, Rocky. But, yeah, I mean, that's why I was thinking it would be perfect to make, birdhouses or some other little things out of. The only thing is that might mean me have to go get a different style of brad nailer that shoots a real small, like 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch long little pins that are probably 18 gauge, 18 or 20. But yeah, I mean, it's doing stuff like that.
Man, my gun hurt.
Money came.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, first thing I want to do, like I said, I've got this wood here at the house that I've accumulated. It's like, okay, I need to get it made, but the only problem is it's not all the same thickness. It's got cupping to it. It's got warpage. It's bowed. And some of them are all the same. Right? See, that's what I'm thinking, Anthony, is getting, like just one that has, shoots them real small, real thin Braden style nails. I mean, I've got my 15 gauge, but man, that I can't get uh, nails and everything for it to that short. That's why I'm thinking probably have to go to a thinner one. Or now I could use my stapler because I can go over to Harbor Freight and I can get like 3/4 inch long staples for it. I might do that.
3/4?
Yeah.
Read Scott's comment. I like that.
Yep.
The White House.
It's the nut house. Yeah, see, Anthony.
Yeah, it's a bird. It's called a nutcracker.
Yeah.
He's got a big beak.
Yeah.
Cracks pecans and acorns and
But
hickory nuts.
that's right, because I mean, like I said, I can go over here to Harbor Freight, and I can get. I'm trying to think. Let me look at it real quick.
Talking about a planer?
No, Staples.
Oh. I use an 18 gauge trim gun and a 16.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can get the 18 gauge by 1/4 inch crown, 1/2 inch over at Harbor Freight for like $9.
Yeah. I like a brad nail though, something that doesn't show. If you're building birdhouses, you really don't want the nails to show, the staples to show.
Right. Well, the only problem with that is that nail gun that I've got, the shortest I can get is like 1 inch.
Yeah, but your material is going to be 1/2 or 5/8.
Yeah, but that wood is really soft.
Yeah, it'll drive it in there.
Oh, it'll drive it probably all the way through. I mean,
No, I doubt it. Not if you're holding another piece for a corner like that.
yeah.
You know,
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, like this, I can get
like that. Once that nail goes down, you got too much resistance because you got a wood behind it.
Yeah. I agree, Briggs. Yeah. But like I said, it just depends upon what all I want to get made.
I don't remember. I know I had a SFN 40. I don't remember the smaller gun. The SFN 40 is a Simcoe, and they'll shoot a 2.5 inch nail, trim nail. And I forget the smaller version that shot the 2 inch nail. That was SFN. I forgot the number on that one. But the 40, I remember the 40 because that thing cost me almost $400.
Well, I mean, like this rigid that I've got, I can shoot a 2.5 inch nail out of it.
With a what?
This rigid, I can shoot a 2.5 inch nail.
Oh, you're finishing your trim gun?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It'll shoot that.
Yeah, Simcoe is the best for trim nailers. That's what most cabinet builders use. I told my helper one day, I said, take them 2.5 inch nails out and put me some 1 3/4 inches in. Because I didn't want that. I had my hands close to, I was putting in draw glides. The wood for the actual metal roller glides to go on. And that nail will pop out like that, curve out and bite your finger real hard. If your finger's close. If your finger, I've done that my finger a bit 100 times.
Yep.
And that's why I told Dwayne Dewbird, I says, take those 2.5-inch nails out. Well, it held. I had 2 little racks in there, and he took that rack out. He didn't realize there were 3 nails left in that other rack. So he put in some 1.3, loaded it with 1.75, a long Cinco rack. Because I had 2 short rack. I had some 2.5s. It was made by another company, a nail company, and they were short racks. So anyway, he put a long rack of 1.75, and that first nail, that was the first one to bite me.
Yep.
I said, I thought I told you to put in 1.75. He said, look, that's what's in it. He said, look at the magazine. And I look, I'm like, yeah, but they probably got 3 or 4 nails from another rack in there.
Yep. Now, like I said, I've had a bit by nails a couple of times.
Shit. As much as woodworking, framing, and cabinet making I did, I've shot myself with a staple gun, and I'm talking about the big staples, the big wide staples, not a little 1/4-inch crown stapler. I never got myself with a 1/4-inch stapler, never.
Yeah.
But a big staple gun, a framing nailer, and that SFN40 got me.
Hi guys.
But
Hey, Miss Crystal.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You know, kind of like what Anthony was saying. You know, if I do something like that, I can either use the staple gun I've got now, and go with the shorter staples, like I said, over at Harbor Freight, which would be a lot cheaper than going and buying another nail gun that's going to shoot, you know, say 22 gauge, and then buying those nails. Because all I need is, you know, now if I do something like that, it'd be like a little pin nailer, kind of like on that basket that Crystal was working on that we found over at Hobby Lobby. That thing had like 18 gauge, probably 1/2 inch long nails holding the handle on.
That was probably 22 gauge.
Oh yeah, 22 gauge. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean,
18 is a little thicker. I had a Craftsman brad nailer, a little one. I picked it up cheap. It was on sale at Sears. I picked it up because it was a good deal, and it would shoot 18 gauge.
well, see, that's what I'm saying. You know, instead of going and buying another nail gun and everything, I've already got a stapler, so why not just use that? I mean, if I'm just going to be using it for, you know, say making birdhouses or something like that, who's going to really go up there and look and do inspection on it?
No, but it's when they buy it, you know, and if it's not painted, I mean, if they're going to paint it, they're going to paint over the staple. So, you know, no big deal.
Right, but what I'm saying is, and yes, I will be using wood glue.
Some Gorilla wood glue.
Yeah, but,
I use Tight Bond too on all my cabinets. Tight Bond too.
Right, well, I like now. Is a Tight Bond better than the Gorilla wood glue?
Gorilla wood glue, the wood needs to be moist. You have to have a certain percentage of moisture in the wood for the glue to work.
For the Gorilla?
Yeah, if it's the polyurethane glue that I'm thinking about. They got different types of Gorilla glue. The first one that came out was the polyurethane.
I don't think polyurethane I use.
No, it's Gorilla wood glue is what he uses.
Yeah, I know, but he doesn't know which one he has. The polyurethane or the regular white glue.
The white glue?
Yeah, I want to say it's the white glue. But yeah, hi guys.
That's white glue? Well, kind of brownish?
Yeah,
whatever.
it's
white.
Okay.
yellow, white.
Yeah, yellow glue. Yeah, yellow glue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I recorded a video and I had to double check it.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you, man.
I use.
Huh? Oh, it's all you use. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the glue I use.
Yeah, I would buy my glue by the gallon at the cabinet shop, supply house, and it was Tight Bond too.
Yeah.
And it was a lot. Well, Gorilla Glue wasn't even out yet when I was making cabinets.
Right. But here's the thing. How much of that glue were you using?
A lot.
Okay. I bought that, and that was earlier this year when I bought that bottle.
Shit, I go through a gallon in not even 2 months.
Yeah, well, see, that's why. I don't need to have that big of a container of it. That's why I like buying
Yeah.
this
Well,
one here.
but it was a full blown, cabinet shop. So yeah,
Right. So yeah, you're going to
we were busy in that thing all the time.
right.
And I tell
That's
you
what
what, man, that when the economy crashed, that was it. And $600 a month lease on that building. Oh
Ah.
man, that's
But like I
high.
said, right. But Cajun, that's what I'm saying. You were in a position, in a job and everything, to where you needed big quantities. For me,
Yeah.
I'm not doing big quantities.
Well, I'm not telling you to buy a gallon. I'm just letting you know
I
I
know.
use Tight Bond, and it didn't matter what size
Yeah.
container. I love Tight Bond.
Right. Well, I like the Gorilla Wood glue because I know
Mhm.
Gorilla brand's supposed to be one of the best. I know that Tight Bond is supposed to be good also.
Tight Bond might make it. I doubt it though.
Now, but I mean, for everything that I've done so far, I haven't had any problems with the this Gorilla Wood glue.
Hey, Rail, how you doing, bud?
Yeah. But that, like I said, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Now if I do start making bigger projects, yeah, I might have to start. If I can start getting busy, yeah, I might just have to start buying a 1 gallon. It just
Yeah.
depends on
Yeah.
price wise on it and everything.
Yeah. They didn't have the 3 out when I had my shop. They just had the 2, Anthony.
Right.
But if the 3 is better, and if they'd have had it, I'd have got it.
Right.
Yeah.
But right. But like I said, I know the Type Bond 2 and 3. They're supposed to be some of the better wood glues.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, there's
Mhm.
some out there even better than that. That you can't
Supposed
get.
to be.
Right. Supposed to be better. That you cannot go out and get, say, at Home Depot or Lowe's. It's going to be a high commercial grade.
They had a polyurethane glue.
Yeah.
It came in a white bottle with some lettering on it. It was made in Louisiana or distributed, the main distributor out of Louisiana, but it was a polyurethane glue. You actually had to take a wet rag, damp rag, and only one side of your joint. You added a little water to it. And then the other piece of wood that you was
Mhm.
joining together, you put the glue on that, and not much, because that stuff foams up.
Right.
Yeah, it does.
Rocks.
That
That would
polyurethane
almost
glue,
work.
it will seep out of the joint, and it's hard to clean it off so you could stain your product, whatever you're making. I
Right.
mean, paint don't matter, but stain, you could see that smear of glue where you wiped it off. You got to get it all off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The best bet on that would be to wipe it off and then sand it.
Yep.
Give me a
But,
second. I'll go shut that again.
But that polyurethane glue used very little of it, and Gorilla glue did come out with that. That was later on after my shop. They there was this, and it had a number on it. I forget the brand name, but it had a number,
Well,
something
like I said,
180 or something.
Incorrect. Okay.
Hi, Renegade.
But like I said,
Yeah.
it's just going to depend on.
Hey, Rocky.
I said now, if I'm going to be making quite a bit, then if I get to where it's like I'm doing this stuff, got multiple things. Yeah, I'll probably have to see about
Upgrading.
upgrading and getting a bigger container. But as of now, I mean, I've got that one. I've got one other one, and those are, I think, I don't remember how big. Oh my gosh! Those are 18 ounce, and like I said, I bought that one. Actually, I bought that before Crystal moved down here. Oh. I don't think I've bought any wood glue since you moved down, have I?
Hey guys, Steel Sky.
Nope.
You
Uh-oh.
I've
I
had
can
it.
hear that.
That's fine.
Yeah, I know. Got
Rocky
video
said,
uploaded.
use liquid nails. Yeah.
Nope.
when we would start framing a house, we'd have our wall package on the ground, and all our studs to build the
Mhm.
walls. We'd have that, and we'd have a couple of rolls of foam this big around, 4 inches wide, and that you had to put them underneath the bottom plate, the floor plate, and we had a case of liquid nails, a whole box of liquid nails. I think there were 12 in a box, and we had to put that down on the slab, and then staple the foam to the bottom of the floor plate, and then when we raised our walls and dropped it on the anchor bolts, the liquid nails was there for two purposes: semi waterproof, so water couldn't get seep underneath from
Mhm.
outside, like from the moisture and the rain, and to keep the bugs out,
Yeah.
ants and termites, but termites ain't gonna mess with treated wood anyway, because that's what the bottom plates were, treated
All
wood.
right. Now I'm looking at Lowe's right now. Now if I want to go over to Lowe's, that bottle of 18-ounce Gorilla Wood glue, $7.98 for 18 ounce.
We got it for $6.99.
Yeah, well, the Type Bond 2 in a 16-ounce, $8.48. So Type Bond 2 is more expensive than the Gorilla.
Yeah.
And Type Bond 3 in a 16-ounce, $10.48. So it's still even more money than the Gorilla at 18 ounce. So less money and 2 ounces more. Now, if I want a gallon of Type Bond 3, it's say $39.
Yeah.
Now, if you want like regular Type Bond, the original 16 ounce, it's $5.48.
See, Renegade saying the reason it's higher is because it's better.
Yeah.
More than likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's been around longer than Gorilla Glue. It's been on the market longer. I'm not sure who was actually.
Yeah, it's been Type Bond been on the market since I was a kid.
Yeah,
Right.
but
And Gorilla Glue came out when I was in my 30s.
Yeah, it came out
close to 40.
about 15, 20 years ago.
Oh hell, that was out when I was 40. Yeah, 40.
Okay, so but
40, something like that. So
I grew up
20
here.
years ago.
I grew up here in Type Bond, so I know it's been
I
out.
grew up with Type Bond too. Elmer's wood glue.
Yep.
That was first. Then
Sorry,
Type Bond came out.
I'm a little more redneckish. I grew up with duct tape and JB Weld.
And if those didn't work, you used the white Elmer's school glue.
If you needed
School
to
glue,
lubricate it,
non-toxic.
you had a WD-40. That was all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bubblegum,
Yeah.
baling wire, and duct tape.
There you go.
Yeah, buddy.
And
We
if you
used
did,
to, in school, elementary school, we used to put glue all over right here, smear it, let it dry, peel it off, and you had your handprint.
Yep.
the girls
palm print, put it that way.
Our kindergarten teacher taught us that, but not for that reason. And she said, I'm going to have to give a letter to the parents explaining why I'm doing this. But the reason she had us do that was because, I turned my volume down thinking it was too loud. Let me adjust.
I could barely hear you.
How about now?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it at 100. I'm using a new, I got an early Christmas present.
Oh.
Yep.
All right.
So
Is that
I'm
a
using
BM 800 or 80 or something?
It's a Blue Yeti microphone.
Okay. Then it's a BY. That's $100.
All day. Anyway,
So
so
if you got it
the
cheaper
reason
than
she
that, you
had
got a
us
deal.
do it was for health reasons. She said, "Now watch, because I know you guys are. We were all little once. We don't wash our hands like we should."
Mm-hmm.
All right, see you, Dan.
She'd rub it on there, let it dry, and rub it off, and peel it off, and try to peel it in one if you could. Teacher's aide would come and help us peel, so we didn't have little pieces everywhere. Because she wanted to show us. She's like, "Look, see how much cleaner your hand is now. Look at all the dirt you just peeled off."
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why she had us do it. It wasn't for the handprint. It was to show. Yeah, it was a hygiene session, is what it was, to show. Look, how you can scrub a little harder.
Yeah.
And that's, but she had to send out a note because of that day saying that, yes, I put glue all over your kids' hands to show them what I was doing. And,
the
and
girls,
we cleaned it all off.
We used to put the moisturizing lotion on, and then we would cover our nails with glue and let it dry and leave it. We do that at the first of the day and leave it till the end of the day. The end of the day, we would put the fingernails in the trash. But we would do that to keep the moisture in our nails. The lotion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And yes, you just got a notification for my video that you heard 10 seconds of.
Wow.
So I guess I will make this announcement. I was debating if I was going to. I'm not going to get into too many details while live. Those that want to join backstage, I will give you everything later. I will no longer be doing flea markets, period.
No trade days?
I will be on Everyday Opportunities Trade Day, but that will be it. I am actually going to start something new. I am going to start a Let's Make Money with Money.
Oh.
Nice.
I just haven't decided if I'm going to keep it coin related or if we're going to expand it out. I'm still working out kinks, and I will get into those details later. But that's what I'm going to be doing. Unfortunately, it's just not going to happen for a little while until I get more of a somewhat schedule, because I'd like to do it on like Tuesday nights or Tuesday evenings or something is what I'd like to do it. I'm thinking like one day a week for now, maybe a 3-hour stream, depending. But it's just with my work schedule right now. I could be up at 3 a.m. I could sleep in till late. I never know when I have to go to bed. Like, I just found out while Vader's been live, my manifest changed 3 times. So now I have to be up at 3 a.m. to get my first van full of people. So now I'm in a van till tomorrow because I'm taking over somebody that had back surgery. And I pick up 2 van loads, taking them to Kingman, which is an 8-hour day. I mean, I get up at 3, don't feel bad for me. I'm done by 11:30 in the morning. My day is done. I don't mind those kind of days sometimes, but
it's still
the getting up I gotta be out the door. I'm up at 3 a.m. I'm out the door at 3:10. Yeah, I gotta go.
It wears on you.
Yeah. So I can't guarantee when I'm going to start this. I think this is going to be something in the mix of probably starting in springtime. I am leaning towards coin related and non-coin related. So bring anything as long as it's legal on YouTube. But I really want to gear this more towards coin related. And my main focus wants to be, because I don't think people that do arts and crafts have a good enough platform. I'm not just talking the crochet people. I'm talking the birdhouse making people. I'm talking the jewelry making people. I'm talking the people that sit there and make keychains, the people that do wood burning. Those guys, you guys don't get enough. So I would flourish the idea of you guys want to start a craft idea, bring it. I'm already almost up to 800 subs. We'll get people in there that, hey, they may want your stuff. They may not. I don't know. I can't say for sure, but it's something I want to do.
Yeah, we had a craft fair at church Saturday, which was why I disappeared. I did no YouTube at all until like 11 o'clock Saturday night, and it's like, oh, I got some shorts up. Okay, bye.
Now, I got
Back out.
I got told a few things when they thought that I wasn't there.
Uh-huh.
We'll leave it at that.
Well, one of the ladies, she is really, really proficient at making it's called a 12-point star blanket because it's a round blanket, but it's got 12 points all the way around, like a compass rose or a compass star. And she can take 3 balls of yarn and make one of those in a day.
I want to raise my hand because I have a question to follow up. I don't know how good you are, honey, with fabric. I know how good you are with yarn, crocheting. And if you can't do it, go ahead and bow out. I don't know if Missy can do it. I have the fabric. I've got the thread. I've got everything that someone would need for it. My mother bought, and she spent over $150 on fabric and thread and everything just on what she wanted to make for us. But my mother ended up going to the hospital and could never make it. And we still have everything for a wedding ring quilt.
Ooh. No.
What?
Wedding ring quilt.
Oh.
And I don't have a pattern for it. My mother was looking them up, and I cannot find a lady that is skilled enough into it that can go, yes, I will take on this.
No, I am not that skilled. I can already know because it is.
That would be something for Miss Ida.
Yeah.
It would, but I don't. I would want it done more, not necessarily locally, but more someone that I speak with on more of a familiar basis. I know Miss Ida because she's in chat all the time, but I don't really get personal with her. I don't get into her shows, and I don't get chitty chatty with her. She's a very wonderful lady. Yeah, I'm sure she could put that thing together with her machine.
I'm on that level with her. You can send her the materials, the fabric, the thread, and stuff like that. Yeah, she could do it.
I know she could. I don't know what she would charge or what, because
Right. If
know
you got
this
the materials, she wouldn't charge you hardly nothing.
Yeah, I got the thread, I got the materials. My mother bought all the needles that you needed for
How big is this thing anyway? Like a 12
was she
inches by
planning
12
on?
inches?
No.
On the ring quilt, she was planning queen size.
A ring quilt? Wait a minute.
Okay. The pattern.
I'm lost now.
Okay.
Wedding ring quilt.
The pattern is called wedding ring, and you know how the rings are for the Olympics. How you have those middle ones that are stacked like this and like this.
Okay.
How they're all the entire thing is those rings are overlapping this way and this way.
It is a pain.
All across it.
Okay. I thought you was just talking about a quilt cushion to set your wedding rings on to display.
No. We're talking
older rings or something,
Yeah, we're talking the wedding. We're talking the.
Go to Google.
I'll have to Google wedding ring quilt.
Actually, give me just a second, and I will do that. Let me drop my camera.
Basically, like what she's talking about, it's to me, that kind of reminds me of what chainmail looks like.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Almost like a chain link in a way. Yeah, kind of thing.
It'd be kind of like chainmail as far as what the knights used to wear for armor.
Exactly. How they would have the chain armor.
It's just straight
and
down.
Yeah, but it's a little more strategic because you go. It's not just horizontal and vertical. It's also when you look at it, you don't know if they started diagonal, straight, forward because it all overlaps everything. And you mess up one stitch, you're redoing like 4 days worth of work. It's ridiculous. That's why I said if I've asked people, and I don't feel bad if you bow out because I don't expect everybody that like I can craft can do a ring quilt because that is a whole new
that's why you said wedding ring quilt. I said nope. I love you, but no.
Yeah, so I like I said, it's stuff that And with
Okay.
between the
Give me just a second.
Yep, she's
and-
looking.
yeah, and the fabric that my mother picked, she did not go cheap on the fabric. She got like the $15, $16, $20 yard stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, she did not go cheap on that. That was her last big hoorah when she went to Joanne's before going into hospice. When she,
Okay.
Okay,
How
the,
do
the quilt
do I-
I'm looking at, the pattern, the fabric has that on it.
No. How do I share?
go to present on the bottom,
Okay.
and then share tab, and then whatever tab that you want, then it'll
It-
pop up down there for Mater or you, and then you can.
It's not showing. It's saying slides.
When you go to present, you're gonna put present and then share screen,
Okay.
and then once you hit share screen, you're gonna hit whatever Microsoft Edge tab all the way to your right, and whatever Edge tab that you have, that's the one that you click on, and it'll share as soon as you or Mater allow it.
Okay.
Yeah, it took me a little while. Hey, William.
Oh, I don't even have
Hey,
chat open.
William,
I might click on something, my chat goes away. Hey, William.
I
There you
like
go.
the way he does that with them dollar signs. And
All right, now go to your. There you go.
yeah.
Yep.
Nope.
No, you had it. Go back. Click on it. There you got
That's
it right
it.
there. That's a
Okay.
wedding ring quilt. How they overlap all over the place.
Okay,
That's a
That-
whole new level of.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
just cutting the material down is.
And right here in the middle is stitched separately.
Yep.
And all this is stitched into all these individual blocks. And
Now
everything.
some people make what she's showing you in the middle. Some people make a bunch of those first.
Mhm.
I've heard of other people making the cutting the fabric and then cut it and then making some of the rings first. I've seen
Yeah.
them do it a whole bunch of different ways, and that's why I said, "Is there a woman that can do it?" I'm sure there are
Not
women
this
out there.
woman.
That
Yeah.
blanket looked like it was done at a quilting bee with a lot of ladies there doing that. But
Yeah.
they have machines that do that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no, if this is done by hand, you're talking
Oh yeah.
months of work. It's-
You're
yeah.
talking.
That's
And
why
it's not-
handmade quilts are family heirlooms.
Yeah.
You keep
That's
those,
why
you keep that
this
your
is why
children
my
and the
mother.
grandchildren then.
That's why my mother
Whoa.
wanted to. That's why my mother wanted to make it so it would be a family heirloom. She made me promise
To get it done.
Yeah.
to get it done, but if I cannot find somebody first to hand do it and pay them to hand do it, I will go machine route. But I'm not at the machine route yet.
Oh what?
Machine route. She
See-
wants my mother's wish. Her final wish when I got this done was for someone to hand do it.
Oh, okay. Ida
you
doesn't.
want
She makes handmade quilts, but
Now,
kind of in a different perspective
yeah,
of
now,
handmade.
right.
Okay.
Now, because
he-
she wanted it to be a family heirloom. She said, if I can't find it, then go machine route. And I've been looking for 4 years.
Okay.
Well,
Mama.
that's Miss
Mama-
Ida uses a machine to make hers.
No, Mama was talking. The entire thing is done by hand, like crochet.
Stitch it by hand, or she's okay with sewing machine stitch, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
you're using two hands stitching. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make quilts on a sewing machine. It just
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be
it has to be a certain type of sewing machine, though, not a regular.
It's going to cost me an arm, 2 legs, and half my business. Good night.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, it's
I'm gonna be a one arm with
Well,
no
you don't have a time limit on it, so that's a good thing.
I don't. I just want it to be done because it's the last thing my mother wanted. But
yeah. There's
Yeah.
actually a
again,
crochet.
it's been 4 years. If it takes another 2 to 3,
Yeah.
it's not hurting nobody.
There's
The
a
fabric ain't going anywhere.
crochet pattern out there called the wedding ring quilt, and it's like
Oh
and
boy.
she
it's
bought
that
bought-
exact thing.
she bought enough fabric and material to make a king size. But Susie said I would be okay with a queen size, and so she said, "Well, then we'll just have extra pattern left over." She said, "Unless I just get crazy."
Well, do a queen size and then make pillows,
Yeah, right.
matching
Pillowcases or something.
pillow covers. Yeah.
Well, it's which is going to be funny because it's going to end up being hers because we have a king size bed, so I ain't
And
getting none of it. I ain't getting none of it. So it's going to be all her.
we have a full size. You think he gets all the covers?
No.
Oh no, there's a reason why we have 2 blankets on the bed. Me and her don't share. We don't share gaming consoles. We don't share. There's 3 things in this house we do not share: gaming
Harry Potter.
consoles, computers, or blankets. No, she'll share some of those with me.
Hey, I can tell you right now who the person is that hogs the blankets at night.
Well, of course, because she pulls them because she's cold.
No, well, that's and for me, I'll wake up sweating because she knows I can't go to sleep when it's hot in the room. I mean, last night I had the heater going just enough to take the chill and everything off. I went and I turned the heater off for the rest of the night. It's like, okay, I'm good.
3 different times I had to. He had the way he had moved is he was, instead of his back being like this, leaned over on me. So it's like, and I can't even move my elbow because it's up underneath his back. So I have to reach over, poke him in the ribs, and he's like, "Ow!"
Well, the only time you woke me up was when my song came on.
Well, no, I woke you up to take the dog out. No, I didn't because the dog wasn't in here last night.
Nope. But she'll wake me up when my song is starting to play. It's like, okay, I'm awake.
That was at 4:45 this morning, though.
Yeah, I know.
And
But
I got up at 3.
in the evenings. It's played in the mornings. Now, I can't, for me, I'm the kind of person, I cannot go to sleep being dead quiet. I have to have some kind of noise. So I've got a music channel that plays songs from the 50s and the 60s. There's one particular song, I can hear it, I'll wake up.
Yep, and I move his hand because he starts tapping his hand along with the beat.
Yep.
I have to move his hand because if I'm
He's
close
playing
enough,
the drums on you.
No, it's not the drums, it's the bass line.
yeah.
Oh.
For the song.
And if I'm close enough, nope, no bumba.
Nope.
No
Spencer
boomba.
Davis Group. It's Spencer Davis Group. Give me some loving.
No. Give me some loving.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You know what I found out today? The
Uh-oh.
#1 hit single, single for a rock and roll group, classic rock. And that's in that genre, okay? I ain't talking about another genre of music. The #1 single, I think it was sold #1 in 22 countries. And it was a joke song. The guy was imitating his brother stuttering.
what,
And it's y'all all know the song, y'all all know the band, but you think of somebody, and it's not really stuttering. It's stuttering, yeah. He's imitating his brother, but I would have never guessed the song, and I know the song, but I would have never guessed it
what, the bird
in
is
a
the
million
word?
years.
I'm not a rock guy.
Like
So
I said, the bird is the word.
No, it's newer than that. This was in the 70s. Bird came out in the 60s, mid 60s, something like that, in the hippie days.
Late 50s, early 60s, something like that.
let's see,
Hippie days,
70s. That
60s.
could be. Let's see, Rolling, Meatloaf, Kiss.
No, it wouldn't be Kiss.
Boston.
Now this was before Kiss.
So
The
that'd
song
be
I'm talking about.
So it could be Boston. Steve
You
Miller
got one
Band.
letter right out of it in there.
what, Black Sabbath?
No, Oh no. Not heavy metal, just classic rock.
Oh, classic
Which
rock.
I mean,
Um,
Sabbath is classic rock, but it's
Yeah, well,
not quite that
classic
genre.
metal. It's classic.
I mean, nowadays, if they play classic rock, they're pretty much playing stuff
It's-
from the 80s.
Okay, it's
now.
Bachman Turner Overdrive is the name of the band. Now, can you guess which song?
Ain't nothing yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Baby, you know, you ain't seen nothing yet. Dun,
That was
dun. And then it says, there's a couple other words he stutters to, but that was a joke because his
Right.
little brother stuttered.
now
And
here's
they
a joke.
did the song, you know, they practiced it and all. They was going to put it on a cassette and send it to his little brother. Well, they needed a song for their album. They wanted one more song. And the record producer, agent company said, we want one more song and all that. And he's like, man, I don't have that. And then the guitar player says, the one that laid down the riffs and the lead and all, said, what about the thing? You know, the thing, the thing like that. And he was like, oh man, okay. And just so happened they had it in the van or whatever. They went, got it, brought it out. The producer listened to it and says, man, you're going to be singing that song every night wherever you play. In 100, if you live to be 100, they're going to be requesting this song. And sure enough, that was the biggest hit, single ever. It #1 in 22 countries. It sold, I forget how many millions and millions and millions of copies as just a single.
Wow, I would have guessed if I had to guess one. I would have guessed Who Let the Dogs Out.
No.
Oh,
Well,
no.
that's
Now,
not a
yeah.
stuttering song though.
No, not well. Okay, yeah.
No, it's not. And Baja Men, actually, kind of find out, Baja Men, they did a cover of it. Their version is a cover because they didn't actually do the original.
Mhm.
But here's a good question for you. Okay, everybody knows the group Boston. Okay, and
Boston, Kansas.
No, I'm talking about the group Boston.
Okay.
Out of all the songs that they've had come out, what was the only song they ever released as a single in the top 10? The only song to ever make it top 10.
Oh, I thought they had a few top 10.
I thought they had
They
more
had
than one.
one.
Yeah.
They only had one song that ever made it top 10. You had some in the 20s, in the teens, but never in the top 10 except for one song.
Don't know.
Boston, huh?
Yep.
Hmm.
Hey, Shade.
Was it on the album with
What's that?
the spaceship?
Well, they had Spaceship on all their albums.
Oh, I didn't know.
I think
Yep.
so.
Uh,
Believe it or not, it was actually their song they released off their third album. It was Amanda.
Amanda?
Amanda. That was the only song they ever released that ever hit the top 10. Everything else was like in the teens or 20s or 30s.
I can't get the song in my head for some reason. I'd have to hear it.
But it's not the normal Boston
Bless
sound.
you.
It's more of a slow song.
Right.
thank
Kind of
you.
a ballad.
Ugh.
Well,
Oh,
I
God,
mean,
Tree.
I got an Amanda song in my head, but I'm pretty sure it's not Boston that did it. It might be. You said it's a ballad?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It might be the song I'm thinking of then. It doesn't go like
her name is
Amanda.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do it better than I can.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I can't. I know. That was a terrible.
with Boston was that they didn't really get to the top one spot or anything. There was just too much competition in their genre.
Yep.
Boston, Kansas. You know,
I mean, they just
had
had
the
Rihanna
same style.
because that was when it was a high. I mean, then Journey
Jethro
showed up and it
Tull
was
was
all over
out.
with.
Blue Oyster
Journey.
Cult was out when
Mhm.
Boston, Kansas, Blue Oyster
Yeah.
Cult, Jethro Tull, Molly Hatchet.
When
all
Journey
of those
showed
were
up,
all going on at the same time.
when Journey showed up, and you got to remember after Journey, here comes Peter Cetera with Chicago before he went solo. Boston didn't have a chance.
No.
38 Special they had back then.
But
Oreo.
And
yeah, Oreo Speedwagon. I mean, they
Speedwagon.
did not have a Boston just
Oreo
Boston
tore up the
for about
charts with the one after High Infidelity
Yeah.
and the one after. You take it on the run, baby.
Yep.
Yep.
Sticks.
Oh, yeah.
See, and that's one I remember is on the run.
We're a big Oreo fan up in this house.
Oh, me too.
And
Man, I had
Chicago and Journey and
Chicago was that was the only band that lasted, rock band or whatever, classic easy rock that lasted 4 generations.
Now, my favorite group, and they're still touring, and they're actually coming to Vegas in 5 months, and I hope to get tickets.
Oh,
again,
speaking of Journey, they coming down here at the Superdome playing with Toto.
Nice.
Oh,
yeah,
sweet.
Look, a bunch of these, well, not Toto, but Journey, man, they gotta be, I think Johnny said Journey, they gotta be 80 years old. They gotta be. Considering how old I am, and them guys had to be 15 to 20 years older than me when they were big hitters, big stars.
Now I think, hang on. Now there was one group I was watching a video on YouTube, and the weird thing about it was talking about bands with no original members still left in it. And what really got me was there's a band out there that I like. I know Crystal likes them, and I know several other people do. But I did not realize that Heart has no original band members.
Nope.
Hmm.
Yeah, just like
somebody must have bought the rights to the band, the name, and all that.
No,
because different people came in and took over,
and then the others passed away. Yeah.
It's
just
Ann's still living, and
but they're not original members.
They're not part of the. They're no longer working part of the band.
No,
or
Hart is the Ann Wilson, and they are the original members.
No,
the original band.
They're not original members of the band. They came in later.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
It's just like what's getting ready to happen.
Information I didn't know.
I hope not anytime too soon, but the Beach Boys are about to be in that category.
Ooh, yeah.
Man, they are 100 years old.
They only have the two originals left. Everybody else is coming way after. I mean, some are a lot younger.
Mike Love and Brian Wilson?
Yep.
Yeah.
And now my favorite one, which they do love ballads, is, and I'm hoping to see them in 5 months, is Air Supply.
Oh yeah, that was a good band too.
Okay.
And I've actually seen those guys because I had the front row.
They were before we had the hands on the stage and all that.
And when I saw them 2 years ago, one said that he just celebrated, the guy that played the 12-string guitar, he just celebrated his 79th birthday. And the guy that I thought was a girl for the first 3 years of listening to him, I think he said he celebrated 77 or 78. So they're both 81, 82 now. If I go to see these guys, I'm like, wow.
Sweetheart, I'm going to pull a Tommy. Dryer.
What about
put your clothes in the dryer or take them out?
Clothes are in the dryer. He needs to add time to them.
How cold it's supposed to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning over there in the teens, huh?
Brrrr, that's all I know.
Yeah.
Brrrr.
I mean, I know when I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, yeah, it's colder. It's cold out here. I mean, we finally are getting to like 30s, 31, 29 when I get out here.
Lows, yeah.
But then when I'm getting home by 11:30, we're up to 61. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, dang.
We go up 35 degrees that quick. What the? Oh yeah, I live in a desert.
That desert, high desert for you,
man.
Tucson's a desert valley, a mountain valley. In a desert valley, and they 4,000 feet above sea level.
Oh, hang on.
Hold up. Okay.
Oh, they are the original members.
36. Yeah.
Ann and Nancy Wilson are the original members. Ann was the original singer. That's right. Thank you. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I knew
was
they were the
wondering. I was like,
original
wait.
members.
Friday, it's oof.
Yeah, about
Okay.
22 Friday morning, 22, 21.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute, about
Tomorrow,
19.
Tuesday is low 36, high of 50. Wednesday, 42, 52. 13, 46 for Thursday. 21,
Friday
28
morning.
for Friday. 21 to 34 for Saturday.
Does it say anything about snow for you guys by Christmas for the weekend?
He's saying that there's supposed to be snow, which okay,
I didn't say anything about that white stuff.
Mater, Ann
Okay,
and
when
Nancy Wilson are the original members and was the original singer. Renegade looked it up. Of Heart.
From what I saw and everything was that Ann and Nancy came in afterwards.
Now, because I remember when they were younger, because I was, when you were saying it, I was agreeing with you, but then I was like, wait, did something happen to them originally and then they came in really young? Or that's why I was agreeing, like it must have been because I was only knee high to a grasshopper then, so I wouldn't have. So yeah, so I mean, I think I'm gonna go with Renegade. I think he looked it up, so I'm like, okay, I love like 3 of Heart songs. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know enough about the group to.
Okay, Krista, when you're looking at that forecast, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, from the Monday to left to right, that from left to right. Okay, when you're looking at Thursday, that low number, that's for Friday morning. And if you're looking at Wednesday, that low number is to the right. That means for Thursday morning. That's how our forecast is.
All right, now
this was just per week, per day numbers. You had the high for the day, the low for the day starting at midnight until midnight the next day, and you somewhere in there, it's going to get the high. Like I said, Friday, it's supposed to be the low, or Thursday, the low of 21 and high of 28. It's only going to move 7 degrees.
28.
Yeah.
Because ours for Friday, okay, for Thursday, okay, it's showing, I forget what the high was, it's going to be Thursday, but the low on right there is to the right of the high. The low temperature is to the right of the high. So that low is for the next morning, not Thursday morning, but Friday morning. Your low for Thursday morning is going to be on Wednesday. Right, look to the right of the Wednesday's high. To the right of that's going to be Thursday morning low. That number, if it's that same forecast block.
Well,
all right, now
that's
okay. Yeah, that's not the same block I'm talking about.
All right, Heart formed in 1967, and it featured guitarist Roger Fisher, bassist Steve Fossen, and drummer Mike Fisher. And so the group went through a number of lineup changes in its early years, as well as changes named the White Heart.
I remember reading about that. Yeah.
Hocus Pocus. Okay. Once it had settled on the name Heart in 1973, the band included Roger Fisher and Fossen, vocalist Ann Wilson, and then drummer Brian Johnston.
I think when we think of Heart, I think we're just going 80s and newer. We're not thinking 80s and before. I don't think we're thinking. I think we're stuck in the 80s with, Ann and Nancy, and that's what we're stuck
70s.
on.
Barracuda and all that was 70s.
Right, but the thing about it is it started out in 67, but it's saying here that in 73, that's when Ann came in. A year later, it said that's when Nancy joined.
But see, I think when people think of Heart, they really didn't start getting in the top of the charts until the 80s. So we really don't know much about Heart because unless you're a big avid fan that follows their earlier stuff that doesn't really do much until you get to like Alone or something like that, which made #1. Then people are like, oh, original people. Got it. So that's when people really start adding that.
Okay. What band survived the longest with all original members?
Rolling Stones.
Nope.
Chicago.
Nope.
I could have sworn it was the Rolling Stones.
Nope. They've had different people come in.
ZZ
and out.
Top
Yep.
is in the chat. ZZ Top's in the chat.
Wow.
ZZ
Well, that was only 3 of them.
Yep. And
Yep.
we lost Dusty Hill not that long ago. So yeah, him, Billy Gibbons, and Frank Baird were the only 3 members of ZZ Top when it started. But yeah, remember as far as Chicago, and all the other bands like Rolling Stones, no, you've had other members come in and out.
One group that I feel bad for, actually can't even call it a group anymore. It's him now because his brothers passed away. I feel sorry for Barry from the Bee Gees when his twin brothers passed.
Yeah, he's the only one left, isn't he?
And he's the oldest.
Andy Gibb was the first one to pass away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cocaine, drugs, whatever.
Yeah.
But,
yeah,
beautiful voices. Oh,
Right, but that's the thing.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of bands out there that, I mean, like for me, my favorite's Kiss. Okay, as of right now, there's only 2 original members still in it, and one of them is a big sphincter muscle.
Yeah, Gene Simmons.
Yep. Now, you didn't hear me say that.
Yeah, I did.
But the thing about it is, with him, if it wasn't for the fans, they wouldn't have made it. And that's one thing that he's totally forgotten about, because right now the only thing he's thinking about is how much money he can make.
Okay, let me go to that. I just want to show Crystal this real quick. Okay.
Yeah.
See right here where Thursday, 63 for the high. All right, you see the 23 down here?
Yeah,
That's for the low Friday morning.
okay. So for Friday, it's 21 for the low, and then where you've got your arrow for the 32 is 28 for the high.
Yes, 23 for the low Friday morning. 32 is going to be the high.
We're not going to pull up Money's weather because y'all
19 Saturday morning. Okay. Oh, they changed it because it was 22 Saturday morning and 36 for the high. It dropped 3 degrees each one. And then Christmas morning 22, Monday morning 24. And my daughter's coming here Monday. Supposed to be, probably not.
I'm surprised you guys don't have snow coming in yet. That's shocking.
Shush.
Not yet.
No, I'm talking about down there with him.
Shush.
Down here with me?
Yeah.
No. Surprised. Well, Thursday is 10% chance of rain. We might. They saying we might have an inch or 2 of snow for Friday. But anyway, that's cold. Hey, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my hot water heater. It's not a regular hot water heater. It's a tankless. And they got water that's inside all them little coils in there. And the only thing I know what to do of is what I did last winter is turn the hot water and cold water on every 30 minutes and let it run for 5 minutes.
So you're gonna do the staying all night stream, staying up with you all night.
That's what I did last time. Remember?
YouTube Vampire has come back.
I can do it with you on a Friday night, maybe.
Okay.
3 in the morning, we'll just be chatting about whatever we think of.
Yeah. Because it's going to be so late, everybody else is not going to be on, so I'll gain some watch hours like that, maybe.
That's let me get this book and read it aloud.
What book?
Yeah, well,
it started off with the white whale.
Yeah, which one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ahab the Arab, she got a burning sand.
Yeah, any book you can get on a public forum, a public download, read it. Nobody can do anything.
What we want to read a book for?
Stay awake.
Oh no, I'll live stream.
Wait a
Yeah.
book will put me asleep. What are you talking
I
about?
got unlimited hours.
Uh,
Let's see. It looks like, 'cause I'm looking here.
Oh yeah, she's making
oh,
making
pretty.
look
Well, it looks
for the
like
for the
2012.
brand new
Baby
Sophie's
boy.
I gotta get
baby
more
boy
longer. And it's
Liam.
gonna be blue at the end of the arm.
Mm-hmm.
I still had another arm to do.
Doing a lot better than me. I have yet to make a garment.
Pretty.
Even a baby garment.
Yeah. I'm making that for my great nephew for Christmas.
His name's
Oh.
Liam. L-I like Liam Neeson.
L-I-A-M?
Yep. L-I-A-M.
Yep. No, I just put up a video because I have one of those knitting machines. So you thread it on there and you can sit there and just crank out a hat.
Oh yeah, a hat machine. Yeah.
Yeah. And I've got one and I've had it for quite a while because
Missy don't like those for some reason.
they're a pain to get them set up because the
Just-
first
Yeah, by the time she says, by the time I get all this on there, I could have done a whipped one out.
yeah, I literally put this is the 6th try and it's worked. I have had to take it off five
And
previous
redo
times.
it. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. You got to lace it on there and do this. Then you got to double this one. And then you got
nope.
to.
You want at least a 6-inch tail. Drop that in the middle, and I have it's a really small candle I got from Hobby Lobby. I put the yarn through here and do that because it's a weight to hold the tail so it doesn't come back up into the machine.
Oh, okay.
And you wrap it around so it comes out of the hole in the middle around, and then you do the S. All 48 needles.
Yeah.
As you're spinning it. And you need to do at least 2 rounds to make sure it's on there correctly. But you won't find out till you're about your 10th round, and then you're going to see the first couple of rounds and see how.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't. One can't like crisscross like that because if you do, it's going to get snagged.
Yep. And you drop stitches. And if you've ever seen drop stitches in knitting, you take it literally looks like a run in a pantyhose.
Yeah.
And takes forever to fix it.
I know she was playing around with it almost all day.
Oh, okay.
She started on
Missy
it.
been having one. Somebody
Hey,
gave her. They
yeah.
gave it to her because they got tired of fooling with it. They said, "Well, let me let Missy give it to somebody else."
Yeah. Well, that was the thing with Crystal, is that she was going at it. She would start and then pulling everything back out, starting all over, go a little bit. It's like, nope.
Yep.
About 5 or 6 times before she got the hang of it.
Yeah, about a year, almost 2 years ago. Right about when Mater and I first started dating, Tampa Boys Custom was having a live stream with giveaways. Hi, Ragin.
What's up, Ragin?
And
hey, Ragin.
Mater and I both won a $10 Amazon card.
Yep.
Wow.
So instead of costing me $80, it cost me $60 and 2 Amazon gift cards. Because somebody does not deal that thing over there does not deal Amazon.
Nope.
So I said, mine.
Oh, I have Amazon. I've got Amazon Prime and everything. I'm all of them.
Me too.
Hey, I've got an Amazon.
I would not be talking about her that way, not with me up in here.
The only reason
I'll take Amazon.
The only reason I have Prime is half off because Missy's disabled.
Nice.
You have to show proof. It's a little hassle to show proof and all that stuff.
But once you get it in
the
there,
papers and all that. you know, your SS, you know, your Social Security disability. You got to scan that, send that to them, and all that. It's a little hassle doing that. Then they make sure it's you. It takes about 2 weeks, but you get it 50% off Prime, and then free shipping. That's a plus. Hey, the free shipping pays for itself. It pays for it pays for all the money you put into it in a year's time. Plus all the free movies you can watch on Amazon Prime. And there's Amazon Prime movies for that, like Coming to America 2. That was an Amazon movie. Amazon put the money up to make it. All right. It wasn't out of the theaters and all. It was out of the theaters, but it was Amazon's show. Before it was out of the theaters, I watched it on the laptop.
That's you're talking about that Tom Hanks movie?
No, Coming to America 2 with Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
The royal schnitzer wheedle is clean, Your Highness.
I'm gonna bow out. I've got to go to bed.
Yep.
All right. Good night. Tell Sweet Pea good night for us.
Yep.
I will.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. See you, Money.
Night, Money. Pluta.
But
I'll take the nickname Amazon. That I don't mind. eBay. eBay has had decent lists.
I've dealt with eBay. I've never really dealt with Amazon.
And Amazon was a lot easier for me than eBay.
Amazon's a lot of new stuff, though. You know, eBay is, you know, used and new, but Amazon is new. And Amazon is, if your store does not do what it's supposed to do, they're kicking you off their platform. So if I got a complaint, if I complain to Amazon or whatever because I got it through Amazon, I'm gonna get a hold of Amazon. Hey, this product is worthless. It came in broken, or it broke right after I used it. They're gonna get with the product company and say, y'all make that good.
Yeah.
I agree also on that. But the thing about it is the reason I like Amazon, what case
eBay.
Or eBay is the fact you can get used stuff on there,
right?
That nobody, you can't go to the store and buy it. You can't even go to Amazon and buy it.
You can get NOS, new old stock stuff on eBay.
Right.
That stores don't have anymore.
Right. It's
like I get electronic parts from eBay and Amazon.
Right. Okay, like for me,
I don't have no electronic store near me. I got to drive 50 miles to that.
Well, what I'm saying is, the fact is that for me, being a KISS collector, I was going on eBay and buying a whole bunch of the older KISS stuff off of eBay and getting it because you can't. That stuff there, you cannot go and buy. You can't go into the store and buy it anymore because we're talking something that came out back in '74.
And what is it?
The band.
Yeah.
So KISS. Oh, okay, KISS. I got you.
I mean, I got a bunch of their albums and everything that I found off of eBay that was released back in the mid '70s. You ain't gonna buy it unless you're buying it used. You can't buy it brand new anymore.
Well, they don't have a Radio Shack here anymore in town.
Right.
That's been gone.
Nobody does.
Yeah, no, Abbeville has a Radio Shack. It's a franchise. It's not a company store.
Okay.
All the franchises are still there. But this old man died that had the Radio Shack franchise. It was a franchise store here in town. He passed away. And I think it was a Western Alto next to it. There was 2 stores in one building. And they made a Mexican restaurant out of it. Mexicans bought the property and building. And I mean, they improved it a lot. They made all the concrete parking lot, the whole thing. Redone the restaurant. I mean, you walk in there, you wouldn't guess there was 2 stores in there.
But that's like I said, for me, Amazon, you go get all brand new stuff. Some of it is gonna be junk. But the thing about it is, like I said, I like dealing with eBay because if I gotta have something used,
right,
everything, and it's like for that TV, I tried to fix one for my mom. Okay, I found that one part, and it was one only. Yeah, it was used,
That was
because
a pennies
no
next
longer money.
to
So I had to get
where,
albums from
The
eBay.
Radio Shack was?
Radio Shack, where the Mexican restaurant's at.
Pennies? Okay, catalog store.
Yeah,
Okay. Where was the Western Auto at? Not right about block from it, huh?
where Kim's grocery store is.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Side of town.
Okay.
Damn. Now that would be worth some money.
Joan Jett. Wow.
Now I've got there was trying to remember the name of the band. There was that
Joan Jett and the Blackhearts?
no, it's a three female band out of England from back in the 80s.
Well, you're not talking about ABBA. That was two girls and two guys.
Okay.
no, no.
Hey, Cajun, I said three
Three.
girls
Okay.
band out of England.
Okay.
So you have the drummer, the bass player, and guitarist, and all three of them were females.
Was it the Bangles?
No, that's four. And they're not out of
Okay.
England. They're not English. And
No, ABBA was not Australian.
No,
Briggs. They from
Swedish.
Sweden.
Swedish.
Sweden.
yeah, they're Sweden.
Bjorn. Bjorn is not a Australian last name. It's Swedish.
Yeah.
And-
And the
I
only
know about ABBA. Believe me, I do.
the only
Yeah.
English they knew was the song lyrics.
No. They talked English.
Oh yeah.
They
No,
did. Sorry.
When they were first starting, all their interviews and stuff, they had to have interpreters.
Not everyone I seen.
Oh,
I've seen almost every YouTube video on ABBA because I was crazy about ABBA when I was a kid, and I had all the books from the libraries and stuff, which they didn't have videos in the books, but anyhow, they
Yeah.
said they spoke English in the books. They were
Huh.
bilingual. They spoke English, but it was a very broken English.
See, I was told that they didn't speak any English at all. It was all through interpreters. They memorized the beats and everything, beats and words for the song, but they didn't know any English
That's
at all.
a rumor. That's a rumor.
Hi, Arnie.
Hey, Arnie.
I was like 8 or 9 when they told me, and I didn't care. And I'll be honest, after my
Three girls in a band. I'm trying to think.
who?
Rock Goddess.
Ah,
That's the name of the band.
Oh, Rock.
Yeah, Rock
Not familiar with them. I might know one of their songs if I hear it, but I'm not familiar with the name of the band.
Right. But I mean, like I said, they were a band out of England back in the early '80s. They were considered a metal, all female metal band.
Okay, Rock Goddess. Yeah.
yeah.
I've got the albums that they put out. I picked up at a flea market for like $3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked up a Ball Skag album with Lido on it, Lido Shuffle, from a thrift shop in Tucson for $2.
Yep.
Or $1. It was one of them, $1 or $2. All the albums were $1 or $2.
Yep.
Oh, $2 for the doubles. If they had a double album, like Leonard Skinner, Greatest Hits, that was a double album.
Uh-oh. Sorry to hear that, Arnie.
We don't have Mia.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry to
Mia
hear that.
is his black cat, and Mia has had cancer develop right here, and it's been roughly 2 weeks, and has just lost. It was bad, quick.
Our Uncle Tony Brown, which is Mrs. Uncle, he's my uncle-in-law. He has about a week or 2 left. He's got cancer, but
I'm
he
sorry.
sold
I
his
thought Mia
tire
was
shop in Bill Platt a couple years ago, and a YouTube buddy of mine bought it.
Sorry to hear that, Arnie. I know what it's like.
Orange Cat.
Yeah, he had an orange and white and a black one. I thought Mia was the black one. it wasn't.
But,
No, Arnie, I don't want to put that up because some people it's not that's not something we want to put up.
right. Well, you had,
Yeah.
long time, with them.
Good healthy life, thankfully.
Yeah.
But it's
That
cancer's
to me, right,
cancer's that one that it doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care.
that to me,
Yeah.
that's the only drawback to having like cat or a dog is that their life expectancy is what 15 to 20 years.
Cats are about 20, dogs are about 30, 35. You're pushing it for anything
It
else.
depends upon the breed and everything.
Yeah.
But
I've told you we're not getting another animal for a few years after what we have here is no longer.
well, to me, if we got another one, it would be a bird, and it would have to be some kind of a parrot because they know for a fact that like African grays, they can live up to 75 years. And we're talking about some of the macaws and everything, they can live 40 to 50 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Scott, I was watching and I got to where you were showing his hat, the trap hat,
Yeah.
but I had to leave.
I hadn't had a chance to look at it because I've been busy with a few other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, that's the thing. Only bad thing about having a pet is that they're good to have when they're real young and everything, but after so much time, you're going to outlive them. That's the only drawback. Uh, but for me, now I'd prefer to have a bird as a pet. Get some kind of a parrot because they can live so long. They're going to have a long life expectancy. Of course, now I know, like with rodents, then you're talking.
The only good rodent's a dead one.
Well, don't let Lorna hear you say that.
Well, I don't classify hamsters and guinea pigs and rodents. Those are small furry things.
They're still a rodent. A hamster, gerbil, they're still in the rodent family, but they have,
Yep.
2 to 3 years.
I think Lorna said 5 at the most.
It depends, right? It depends.
Okay, that's me. I went a few years ago when he was doing good.
Yeah, but like I said, it depends upon what kind of bird it is and what kind of cage and everything you've got for them. Some birds are, and then some are not. Like I said, finches, no. Would I want another finch? No. Or a budgie with a budgie maybe. But I would go more of a cockatiel to a macaw.
Yeah.
No, we're not. I'm not talking about that kind of fowl.
Sorry, I've already had 2 people comment on my video.
That's worth a lot of money.
Is it?
What?
Johnny seen Chef Scott's comment about the trap gun,
Mm-hmm.
and Johnny said that's worth a lot of money.
Yep.
That's a rare gun now. They were made in Italy. if I'm not mistaken. Weren't they made in Italy, Johnny?
Huh?
Weren't they made in Italy?
Yeah.
Yeah, thought so.
Handmade.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got to the part where he had set the hats on the back of the Mustang and was showing the ones that his dad had, and but I had to leave, so I didn't get to see it all. I'll have to go finish the video.
Yeah, but he made a couple of comments about the trap machine shooter.
Okay. Oh, by the way, hi Johnny. I didn't realize you were there.
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, but I wasn't here for like what, the first half hour y'all guys were up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Johnny Best is in the house, in the hoop.
Yeah. Well, I had to. My kid works at McDonald's, and he switched shifts, so he did 2 to 10. But when
I fell asleep for a while, but I'm awake now.
but when what you're paying out for labor exceeds, I think, 3 times what you're getting in for food, somebody got to go.
It must be a TMX, not an MTX.
And he called me literally right before 7 o'clock and was like, "Hey, labor's high. They sent me home." Okay.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, and that's all of
How
them.
much he makes? That 15 or 16 an hour?
No, there was, I think, 8 crew, but 2 of them were managers.
Wow.
Then what are the managers home? They don't need 2 managers there in the evening.
Yeah, they do, because that McDonald's is right off the highway.
Oh, it's always busy?
Oh, yeah.
Well, then that means one of the managers got to work the register or flip burgers or work the windows.
Hey,
Yep.
Shade Tree, I just found someone who sold one of those, and they sold it for like $3,500.
Yep.
Depends on the condition, too.
Yeah, but
well, one Scott has is going to be in good condition because his dad was using it.
Yeah, but here's the thing: what is the serial number on it? Also, because that is one thing that is going to determine the price on it. Because the serial number means the earlier it was made.
Yep.
And this one here is a 12 gauge, and it says it was with a single barrel. Let's see. That it says 34-inch ported barrel.
Okay.
Yeah, they might be going. Yeah, it depends also on condition.
Oh, yeah.
Like coins. You know, anything can be. You know, anything that's man-made. You know, it depends upon price. I mean, condition.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know, like
Brrrr.
that one coin that he's got.
It is called vinegar in the washer.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, it's kind of like, you know, that one. You know, if it came back MS61, it was this amount. But if it came back at this, the price was, we're talking like $10,000 compared to $1,800. That's the deal right there. When talking about condition, that's going to determine whether or not it's at a higher price. It's just like,
I mean, well, the one that Chef had is going to be in good condition because, like I said, his dad was using it, and from what I saw, his dad was extremely organized and kept everything clean. So he's not going to have a gun that's got powder and buildup in it to go target practice.
Oh yeah, I know. But like I said, it also depends upon serial number, because that one there was like 8,600 that I just looked at. So, like I said, that's something else you got to look at. It's like right
Yeah.
now, if I took the that Winchester that I've got that was made in 1941, I could probably take it over to the pawn shop right now, and they turn around and give me about $2,500 for it.
What model is it?
94.
Model 94?
Yeah.
Winchester? 94? 12, made in 49?
41.
41. Oh.
So it's pre-64 and it's pre-World War II. And like I said, now that's more than what I gave for it when I bought it years ago.
I want to say I had a model 94. Is that the gas operated?
No.
That's a lever gun. That's a lever action. 30-30. No,
You
No.
pull it
it's
I
that.
thought you was talking about a 12 gauge earlier. You said a 12 gauge model 90 or a 12 gauge made in.
No,
Okay.
that was the gun that Shade Tree's got. I'm talking about my Winchester Model 94 made in 41.
Okay, no, I was still on your shotgun part. Okay,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about a different gun.
okay.
No, it's not the one I'm. Yeah, $1 million, Renegade. You hand me $1 million, you can have it.
Hey, slide me your address on Insta. I'll get you.
On Instagram.
And yeah, it is a 30-30. Actually, it's stamped on there 30 win or it's 30 WCF. That was before they actually called it a 30-30. That was Winchester Centerfire.
But yeah, no. Steph is saying that the gun, his dad's gun, has a custom case.
Yep.
So that means that gun is worth a lot of money to get a custom case. So his dad took damn good care of it.
Scott, I see you got 1892 Winchesters with a S. So you got 2 or 3 of them?
Like I said, hey, but Renegade, you got to consider that pawn shop is going to turn around and sell it for more money. I'm like, nope. Like I said, if I was to sell it, yeah. If it'd be $1 million. And that I'll tell you how bad I want to sell it.
Like I said, I'll get you the hookup.
Yeah. Like I said, I wound up buying them. I've got them as a collection. Let's see, Model 92. That wasn't even chambered in the 30-30 because that was still when they were using black powder.
40 cal and 45s probably.
45, probably a 45 or 40-45 or 45-70. But they still had, they would take the brass cartridge, but they were shooting black powder. They were not, that 1892s were not running smokeless powder because that hadn't come out yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Or if it had been,
Renegade.
it wouldn't have.
Renegade saying you smoking it.
You smoking the crack?
No. It's just like, my dad before he passed away. My parents had bought that corner lot, the one that money's coming in on, and some guy stopped and asked my dad if that, if they owned it. My dad said, yeah. And the guy says, Well, what do you want? You know, you willing to sell it? My dad goes, yeah, I'll sell it. The guy says, how much? He goes, $500,000. The guy says, you ain't interested in selling it, are you? He says, nope.
Mhm.
That's just the way I am. It's like, I'm not interested in selling that. Not for a long, long time.
Okay, the model the 1892s are 3220, 3840, 4440, and 2520.
Yep.
And the 218B later on.
Yep. And the thing about it is, now you can run.
So I was
All
wrong
right,
on the
Rail, have
45.
a nice night. Oh, no, Rail said he has no guns. I thought he said I have to go.
Oh,
I apologize.
Yep.
No, I don't. I have access to guns, but they're not mine.
yeah. But like I said, now on something like the 1892, you would have to get. It'd be very hard to get um, either one. You know, any of those calibers for it. And the biggest problem is if you do find it, it's going to be in smokeless powder, but they're going to have a lighter charge in it.
Yeah.
Hey, Pat, appreciate you being here. Um, it's the fact is that they're going to be having a lighter charge in it. That way, it's not overpowerful, having a high pressure inside the barrel. Because otherwise, if you run a full charge in there, smokeless, you're taking a chance of blowing the barrel and everything up.
The barrel can handle it, but the action can't.
The barrel won't. That barrel and receiver and everything, you're taking a chance of it blowing up.
It'll weaken the receiver a lot.
It'll,
It'll rattle its teeth. Put it that way.
yeah, I know that it will. It will do some damage. It might not do it right then and there, but it will do damage to the rifle. And that's
Just
why
like the old 45,
Colt.
the old 1911
Oh,
45.
Oh, yep.
They shot, and you had like buddy of mine had one, and he was out of ammo. He wasn't out. He was low.
what's
Hey,
up?
Ken.
He brought one live round with him in his pocket to the a show, and
What you do?
thank you.
Playing around.
And,
But I'm going to drop
hey,
because
Pat.
I'm getting tired and
Yeah,
also need
Merry
to
Christmas, Pat.
call someone.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Pat, I did
y'all
a
have
video
fun.
on you.
Yeah.
Oh, and I like the little shorts. We don't need no stinking toilet paper.
Yeah.
Did you see that with Pat clipped out of a live stream I was in? One of my
No, I
lives.
didn't.
I was talking about the toilet paper and all. Go to
Nope.
Pat's channel and watch that.
Was that the one you had from Saturday? Or
No,
actually,
no, this was a few years ago when my face was real fat and all that when I was sick
Oh, okay.
before I had that stint in the hospital. Now, this is a year or something ago or before.
All right. All right. Well, Briggs is saying that both of them he's got from 1907. Is that when they were made, Briggs, or is that wouldn't be a 1892? Unless because the model is going to be like a model.
Well, hell,
94.
they make the 1892s. They come out this year with them.
Right.
They were made in 2022, but it's still the 1892 model.
The
But
only
he
thing,
said both 1907 model. I didn't know they had a 1907 model.
no. Hey, Cajun, they are making the model 94 still, but it's not their original design, and they're going for like $1,500 for a brand new one. It's not. But the thing about it is, it's not even made at New Haven, Connecticut. Right. They're out in, was it Arizona or somewhere? I forget where.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's why most of all your rifles were made back then, because that's where all your foundry and your steel companies were up
Right.
north.
Right.
Pennsylvania, a lot of
Right.
them.
But the thing about it is, Winchester Company is no longer. Okay. You've got, it's a French, trying to remember the name of it, but there's a French company and Browning. They actually bought the rights to the name, closed the plant in New Haven, Connecticut down, moved everything else out. They stopped. No, they're not made in Japan. They are made here in the United States.
Oh,
Now, there were some for a while being made over in Japan, but they're actually made here in the United States. But Fabrique Nationale and Browning, that's the name of the companies that own the rights to the name. But they started a plant somewhere, I don't remember where at, and they stopped the manufacturing of the Winchester Model 94, and there was one other model they stopped. Because of the demand for them, they got the tooling to start making them all over again. And there is a big difference between brand new and compared to what I've got that was actually made by Winchester. But they are not made in Japan. I mean, I can do Google search on that. And I'm fixing to be shutting this down. But they are, um,
They did make a Winchester 1907 model.
all right, well, then that one right there, then the 1907, then, okay, it would be that one right there. It was chambered for smokeless powder.
They had a clip in the bottom.
So it was a magazine.
Yeah, clip magazine.
Um, okay, so the new Model 94, okay, it is
Yeah, well,
produced in Japan by Browning Winchester's longtime partner, Moroku. So, but they're not even made in, okay, so they're not even made in America. So it's not even an original Model 94. The only thing they've done is they've taken the tooling and started remaking them, plain and simple.
the 1907 was worth in 2016 $730, but that's 6 years ago. I don't know what they worth now. It ain't gonna be that much more.
Now, they're about the same price. But, I mean, that's just like, that Ruger that I've got. They're going for about $1,000. Yep. So, I mean, but that's just it. You got to look at, well,
I love the Model 12s. They had
yeah,
a nickel steel. Most of them had nickel steel barrels. The Model 12 gauge or 20 gauge or 16, whatever. My buddy's grandpa had one.
yeah,
And when I go to his house next year, because I know I'm not going this year,
yeah.
too damn cold to go this year. But anyway, hey Jamie,
Hey,
I'm
Jamie.
gonna ask him if he's still got his grandpa's Model 12.
Yeah. Well,
I use it to duck hunt, rabbit hunt.
Right. Well, I'm fixing to shut this down because it's coming up at 9 o'clock, everything. And I want to get inside the house where it's a little bit warmer. I've got the garage decent out here, but it's still cold out here. Even though I've got this heater running
Uh,
and everything, the temperature
but that's still
drops.
going full blast. Yeah, then you're going to waste diesel.
I'm fixing to shut it down, shut everything down out here. All right,
Missy
so
cooked a good gumbo, so that's and it's gumbo weather. Believe me,
yeah. All right,
it's
well, you
nasty
ready to say?
outside.
Yep, you ready to say your goodbyes, Raging? Cajun.
Yeah. All right, everybody. It's good being north of the grass. Y'all be safe. Stay that way, please, and always love, peace, and crackling grease. And we'll catch y'all later. Plutarch.
Yep. All right, I appreciate everybody's been here. I know we had a lot to talk about and everything. Um, and what, like I said, you never know what we're going to talk about. So everybody, be careful this week. I know we got some bad weather coming in, especially up north. And yeah, stay warm, like Rail saying. Just be careful if you got to drive out on the roads because I know they're not going to be all that great. A lot of wrecks are going to be happening. So if you ain't got to go anywhere, keep your butt home. We want to see you. So till Wednesday, y'all stay safe and God bless, and y'all have a good night.